attending tonight's show, and welcome to the most revolutionary show to date, the Time Tunnel.
Come on.
Special episode today, and do you know why? Because tonight marks the 3rd anniversary of our show. As you all know, on every anniversary of our show, we travel back in time to retrieve a guest that the entire audience across the globe can choose. Which is why we've got ourselves a guest that over 700,000 viewers have voted for. I think you'll all agree that this is undeniably the most anticipated visitor we've had since Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hands for possibly the most influential artist of the 20th century. I give you Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. Mr. Cobain, it's such an honour to be in your presence.
Where the hell am I?
You've been brought to 2018, where we bring people from the past onto our show and interview them.
Why didn't you just interview me in 2018?
Yeah, best not to dwell on that though. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, we have designed a short film comprised of our guest life and achievements throughout the years.
Nirvana is a 3-piece underground alternative grunge rock band from Seattle, Washington, or the outskirts of Seattle, Washington. And that's about it. I mean, that's what we are.
Okay, so now onto the questions. What inspired you to create Nirvana?
Well, I guess it all kind of came down to on my 14th birthday when my uncle offered me a choice between 2 presents. I could either have a bike or a guitar. I mean, at first I was tempted to go for the bike because, you know, all my friends had bikes and they would always go out and ride them at the time. But something sort of swayed me to go for the guitar, and I just haven't put it down since. After that, I took my friend from high school and we formed a band. His parents at first weren't really on board with it, but I brought him around eventually. And yeah, I mean, I just love expressing my emotions through music, and I just want people to hear that.
So, growing up, what were your main musical influences?
Well, I think it sort of comes down to the Beatles, definitely. I mean, it goes without saying that they had a massive impact on the way that music is today. Although artistically, I'd have to say Led Zeppelin. I mean, growing up, that's all you hear on the radio, you know, and it's just been a massive inspiration to me in my music.
So throughout your career so far, who has supported you the most?
Oh well, I guess I have to say the obvious answer. It's my wife, Love. She's been there for me for as long as I can remember. I mean, I just couldn't ask for anyone better, you know. Other than that, I guess my sister, my parents, they come to mind. They've just helped me through everything, and just couldn't ask for anyone better.
Okay, so let's take a quick break and watch a performance by Joe Gorman. Let's go over to Ollie, who's on live on the scene at Reading Festival in 1994.
Thanks, Kenny. We're stood outside Reading Festival at the moment, just moments away from Kurt Cobain's most successful performance to date. We've travelled back to the year 1992, the year some would say was the peak of Cobain's career. In just a few seconds, fans from across the globe will be gifted the true Nirvana experience.
Thanks, Ollie. Before we get back to the questions, let's head over to Matt, who'll give us all the news from 1994.
Hello, and welcome to the news. In 1994, the Northridge earthquake struck Los Angeles with a duration of around 20 seconds. The quake caused a lot of damage to neighborhoods across the city and ruined the lives of many people. Also, Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa, the first black president after more than 3 centuries of white rule. Mr. Mandela's African National Congress Party won 250 of the 400 seats in the first democratic elections of South Africa's history. This truly marked a moment in history for South Africa, as he had been wrongly jailed for decades. Former CIA agent Aldrich Ames has admitted selling secrets to the Soviet Union and then Russia, in what is regarded as one of the most damaging spy cases in US history. Some movies released in 1994 are Pulp Fiction, which was a huge box office success, and Forrest Gump, which later turned into a cult classic. Also, The Shawshank Redemption was released. Although not hitting the box office, it has become an instant classic and renowned as one of the most influential films of all time. In other news, okay.
Thanks for that, Matt. And now back to the questions. Okay, so what was it like to have Dave Grohl in the band? Because like Dave Grohl now in 2018, he's like one of the greatest rock stars.
Really? Well, I guess he's always been like a really close mate, and it's really funny, good to be around. But I don't know, I just never see him without a smile on his face, you know. So I'm really happy to hear about his success. I guess he's always really deserved it. He's always been talented and stuff.
So like it must be kind of weird for you because Dave Grohl was a drummer for Nirvana, and now he's just the main singer of this band he's made called Foo Fighters.
Yeah, well, I guess I never really pegged him as a singer. He always seemed right on the drums, but yeah, no, I mean, guess people surprise you, don't they?
So the success of Smells Like Teen Spirit, how was that for you?
Well, to be honest, I never really liked the song, but I guess it's interesting to see what people gravitate towards in terms of music and stuff.
So, and also now it's regarded as one of like the greatest rock songs of all time. How do you feel of getting that sort of status for your music?
Well, obviously it's an honour, but I think I would have probably preferred it if it was another song. But you can't really choose what people are into, you know. So I'm happy overall.
So how do you feel on otherwise from Smells Like Teen Spirit? How do you feel that your music is still loved today?
Well, I mean, everyone loves to be loved, you know. Obviously, it feels great. That's the thing that always sort of pushed me forward. I mean, support from my fans, it's just it's really empowering. So, pleased.
And so far in your career, do you think you've achieved a lot, or do you think you can achieve more?
Well, right now, to be honest, I feel like I've achieved maybe all that's to come. You know, maybe soon. I don't know.
So you're going to aim for the Grammy?
I mean, I would love a Grammy. Everyone loves awards.
Mm-hmm.
A Grammy is definitely, that's an honour. So.
Okay, thank you for that. So, now.
all